I can kind of just sit back and relax. My plan is to be out here for about half an hour. Then I have to get some cat food. And growing serenity, welcome. You are the first. And Mr. Sunjin, always present in the chat. Thank you. It's cold. I think it's probably colder in Montreal. We're a little wussy in this town, Toronto. We're spoiled. We get half the snow Montreal gets. Half the cold. Coleslaw, hey, how are ya? Got here early, yes, you did. I am at the St. John's, Norway cemetery and crematorium, which is right next to where I live. It is a 30-acre property that spans Woodbine, Kingston Road, Eastern Avenue, and other stuff. It's a massive place. Coleslaw, are you near the fires? I heard they took out 300 acres in 20 minutes the other day. Yeah, you'll get the smoke. We got the smoke a couple years ago from those BC fires. It's like smog all the time. Here's the Speedy 503. Kingston streetcar. Post office is near San Fran, our friend West Coast Walker. This is the crematorium office. It's a creepy place when that chimney starts blowing. Just weird. I'm just going to do a little bit of a walk around. I've done actually a couple live streams in this place. One was in celebration of D-Day. They had a parade and a ceremony. Oh, Mr. Sunjay, I hope you are feeling better. This is Speedy 503 already coming back for a quick turn. Just kidding. I got the camera on the gimbal today. I'm not really a gimbal fan. I'll tell you, in an area like this, it's perfect because there's nobody around. The gimbal screams, I'm filming, I'm filming, I'm filming. Like Robert Smith of The Cure. I did a little video with Muzzy with the song Love Cats. It's cute. Actually, I was a big fan of The Cure one time. And one of my favorite albums of all time, the best breakup album ever, in my opinion, is called Disintegration. A couple big tracks off of that, Fascination Street, and I forget Marty, how are you? Marty, this is St. John's, Norway cemetery and crematorium. It's very close to where I live. Essentially Woodbine and Kingston Road. It is a 30-acre cemetery. It's quite large. It's quite cold. And I didn't get all of my winter gear out for this walk because I knew it wouldn't be that long. I have big winter socks on. In my hands I have hot things. I'll show you what I'm talking about. These, you find these in your favorite hardware store. There's 2 of them in each package. And it says instant heat up to 18 hours, air activated. And they really do work. They really do fucking work. So I have them in my tiny dollar store green grippy glass or gloves, which are not great for cold weather, but they're grippy. So they're great for what I'm doing right now with the finger cut out so I can touch buttons. That's me touching buttons. My Robert Smith impression. Yeah. Yeah, it says minus 50 or minus 19 it feels like. And I can attest to that. I'm not wearing boots because there's no snow and I'm still enjoying my on-cloud waterproof awesome shoes. They have great grip. And since there's no snow, I don't need boots because I'm wearing those hot pocket thingies in my gloves. I don't need winter gloves. Although I am switching hands on this. I'm here. Okay, sorry about that. I had to. Amazon is at my front door trying to deliver something, and I had to respond with the passcode with my Apple Watch. And that's awkward. I've never done it before, and hopefully my package is lying in front of my door right now. $19.45. Double entendres. That's all coleslaw ever throws up in the chat. I don't care about the cold. I'm close to home. It's not that cold. The wind is bad at times. And again, with these hot pocket thingies in my gloves, my hands are warm, my feet are warm, my neck is warm. I'm wearing a scarf, which I never do. A layered t-shirt, some kind of sweater business, and this big thick coat. So I'm good to go. This is a 30-acre cemetery. It's my cemetery would be a great golf course in that it's like rolling hill. It's not part of the Don Valley, but it's close to it. So there's all kinds of dips and valleys. Surrounded on every side by residential homes. Hey, that's not a bad idea, growing serenity, to reuse these things. It says they work up to 18 hours. And quite frankly, I bought a box that was on sale. I think I got 10 packages for $5, so I don't feel the need to reuse them. But I mean, for walking around doing this, yeah, great idea. Hey, Marie Palmer, how are you? I'm doing an afternoon cemetery walk just around the corner from where I live. And I chose this area because there's nobody here. Nobody's staring at me and my gimbal. done a few cemetery walks. I did a very long exploration of rare trees in Mount Pleasant Cemetery. This St. John's, Norway cemetery was originally an Anglican cemetery. Now it's a multi-denominational interfaith, blah, blah, blah. They'll bury anybody for the price. Now, my mom is buried in the Catholic cemetery north of, kind of near where the 407 is on Yonge Street. The difference is, Catholic cemetery there are no headstones. There's not one headstone to see. But you do have things like this in the ground. You know, I saw somebody who has a TikTok account, and she goes to old cemetery headstones, ones that you can't even read, and washes them, takes care of them, gets it to the point that you can read something that's 100 years old. This place is 160 years old. You know, Mark D, the hand warmers say that they last 18 hours. So we'll see. I just activated them about half an hour ago. I did that while I was in my apartment, so as not to do it awkwardly out here. And they're in these gloves. Pretty warm. Essentially towards Danforth. Looking this way is Woodbine Avenue. That's east towards Scarborough. This way towards Kingston Road. And this way, if I was tall enough, you can see the CN Tower. Yeah, I'm confident, Coleslaw, you'll have something funny on your tombstone. A great place to walk dogs when this place is nice weather. The place is packed. Well, this is cool. That's just cool. I've never seen anything like that. People haven't taken care of where your people are buried, they might get covered up just because that's what happens. So you can see father, mother. Nobody's been here for a while to clean that off. Some of them are downright buried. Oh, thanks, Juanita. Yeah, please hit that like button. Helps the algorithm. Here's a little tip that I just learned studying my YouTube, and it really, really works. And it's how to get views, how to get the algorithm to push your content out. And I'm just going to talk about shorts because they're a lot of fun. And you probably know shorts on YouTube exist because of TikTok. TikTok was kicking everybody's ass, kicking Facebook's ass, kicking Insta's ass, kicking YouTube's ass, kicking Facebook's, everybody's ass, kicking everybody's ass. And because TikTok was making a whole lot of money at the expense of these other social media platforms, they decided to get lobbyists and lobby Congress and pretend that the Chinese government was behind trying to steal your data, which is absurd. absurd because the Chinese government already makes every phone that's made in the world. So if they wanted to do that, they could just easily do that with the phone that they already made. So it was a lot of bullshit. And to prove that it was a lot of bullshit, you can watch shorts and keep flicking and clicking and swiping, and you can forget that you're not on TikTok. They've completely duplicated TikTok. And so has Facebook, to a shittier degree, and so has Insta. So you can be on those platforms and not even know you're not on TikTok anymore. So anyway, that's what I'm just going to talk about. Is it really bad? Oh, I'm trying to block my body. So anyway, in terms of shorts and getting views, I realized that the shorts that I was making, which were about a minute long, were too long. That because of TikTok, which understood that people's attention span is very low, that people would watch something for 10 seconds, for 20 seconds, if it didn't grab them, they'd just very quickly swipe up. So advice, if you're doing shorts for YouTube, in order to get views and things, make sure they're short and they're grabby. Mr. Sunja, what would you like to say? Yeah, you want to do short shorts. I know it sounds silly. There's my Mexican friend, short shorts. He says, I'm wearing my short shorts to the beach. Well, yeah, because they watch the whole video and they call something essentially a rendition. If you can get a 70% rendition on every short that you do, that is godlike status. What that means is 7 out of 10 people actually watch the whole thing. If you do something which I used to do something a minute long and you think it is beautiful, it's the best thing you've ever made, but it just didn't grab them for the whole minute, then the algorithm won't push it forward. But if you can get 7 out of 10 people to watch the whole thing, whether it be 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 20 seconds, and the algorithm will push your shit through and you'll get seen. It's really that simple. Yeah. Pardon me. I did a short a couple days ago that was 4 seconds long. Look for it. It's kind of neat. There's this guy who rides a subway with a shopping cart with all these kinds of strange, like legal pad written notes in different languages, talking about conspiracy theories and all kinds of things. And he's got weird looking gadgets. And I saw him just as the TTC person was saying, if you see something strange, alert authorities, blah, blah, blah. At the precise moment that I saw this guy, he really synced up well, so I made a short of that. Most people are faking accounts on Instagram and Facebook. Spammed a lot from Instagram, but there is the Twice people. I don't know who these girls are, but they're fans of K-pop, and they send me very strange messages, and they seem to watch all of my stuff. And this morning one of them said, boom, go fuck yourself, you bitch. So yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, and I'm thinking, if you know who I'm talking about, the Twice people, there's always Twice in the name. West Coast Walker deals with them, I deal with them. They haven't shown up on my live feeds, as far as I can tell. But I get comments from them all the time, and they're usually positive, and ask me if I speak Japanese. So, definitely a bot, I'm sure. Yeah, most like this, I absolutely do. And again, the comment's harmless. They're not doing stuff in all caps. Not really sure what the point is. What do I want to do? Here's the reality. I'm not not a spiritual person, although I was raised Catholic. I'm better now. Just kidding. And I'm indifferent. There is a plot north of Toronto. My mom and dad passed, and they're both buried in the cemetery, Catholic cemetery, just north down the 407 highway, Main Street. Really, really far north. And there's a plot for me there. So that's likely what's going to happen. And I'll be plopped in there. But I'm indifferent because funerals are for the living. It's really, I don't care. Sometimes on Instagram they are asking for money. Oh, thank you, Coleslaw. Now, one great thing about me is that I was adopted. My mom was Catholic, 50 and pregnant. One day they would send them off to a different province, and you'd have the baby, and they'd ship you off home without the baby and pretend like nothing happened. It was a very Catholic thing. Anyway, I grew up with great parents in Toronto, and then about 15 years ago my birth mother found me and wanted contact, and I'm like, for sure, because I always knew I was adopted. And I've had a great relationship with her. So even though my mom passed here in Toronto, I have another mom in the East Coast, in Charlottetown actually. In the distance there's the Speedy 503. That is the St. John's Norway Church, not the original one. I'm actually standing at the site of the original church, and somebody on this site stood the original church of St. John the Baptist, Berkeley, erected in 1860. Do I see a resemblance? Listen, shortly after I met my birth mother, my brother was years younger. I ended up with two more brothers and sisters in the East Coast. And one of them came to Toronto. He used to live in Toronto, close to where I was living. I was living at Yonge and Anlican. Strides-land. And he said, I'll meet you at the Duke, because he was familiar with the pub. That was kind of my local. But I'd never been there before the sun went down. And I walked in and I see somebody that looks like me, and that was pretty fucking cool. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm also at the very top of the hill. This little bench that was erected. It's quite protected. I started the live stream here before. It was a celebration of D-Day. Parade and memorial. People are weird about walking around in cemeteries. I'm not. Yeah, well, I mean, I got two brothers and two sisters. I can see myself in three of them, one no. Here's another weird marker. I don't know what this one means. Lot 250. Again, if you've never been to see your loved ones, you have to find them. They have these markers all over the place. When we were at Mount Pleasant Cemetery, I was with Ema doing a stream about rare trees. It was fascinating, about an hour and a half. I wasn't a stream, it was basically filming, which I made a video. And they talked about, you know, just don't step on people, be respectful of them, don't touch the headstones because they could fall. Don't step on people, just be aware. Be mindful. They do get creative for sure. Hey, Dano, how are you? Well, you can see my shadow. That is St. John's, Norway Church. And that is Woodbine and Kingston Road in distance from the Petro Canada. That's the 92 bus going north to Woodbine Station. Probably TTC geeks, they already know that kind of stuff. Color of this marble is into some really nice pale blue. Well, yeah, you know, mod Medano is a super mod. I said the other day, somebody was saying about them needing mods, and I was like, you don't need a lot of mods, you just need Medano. And when if you have Medano and Juanita, you are golden. This is a big family. This is to be continued, I guess. Sorry, try not to spin too much, Marie Palmer. Interesting symbolism. Catholic. I'm at the Catholic cemetery. There are no headstones. It's just not a thing. I don't know why. Here there are a lot of military personnel buried. Hence the reason for the live stream of the D-Day parade and celebration. And I'm going to walk towards that area. I think I'll get through this way. Cynthia Sunflowers, hey, how are ya? Love your emoji. Very colorful. Here's the church, nice stained glass. Yeah, dead people's thoughts. Wrong Serenity Air Troublemaker. Dead People's Thoughts is my bad name. Yeah, I'll play bass for you. played 2 instruments in my life. I played the French horn and the violin. Well, actually 3. I played the ukulele. None of which will make me rich or popular with the ladies. This is a very steep hill. So this is Woodbine, and the D-Day parade comes up here. Comes from Kingston Road, turns right this way up Woodbine. And sorry for the wind, I can hear it myself. There's a workaround that I saw on YouTube having to do with women's curlers, where you can bust it apart and get a piece of styrofoam and kind of loop it around your speaker. I forgot about that until now. Somehow this house exists in between the church, the cemetery, like it's just by itself. Very strange. Here is another entrance. And when the parade is coming for the D-Day celebration, it comes through here. I like the sign. St. John's is a place for peaceful, respectful reflection, not an off-leash park. So they're not saying no to dogs. They're saying, you know, on leash. Yeah, I wonder if it was an Undertaker's house. Some Christmas business. Yeah, there's some big trees around here. There's a fascinating walk up in Mount Pleasant Cemetery. I already knew that Mount Pleasant Cemetery had the greatest concentration of rare species in North America. But it was nice to be with the arborist who actually manages the property. You know, talking about, you know, when you plant a new tree, how far away do you have to be from graves? That kind of thing. How roots grow. Gabriella, how are you? Welcome to my chilly live stream. How are you? Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. What a cute puppy. If this was a nicer day, this place would be full with dog walkers. These are the houses that back onto Eastern Avenue, which essentially is Gerrard Street. I'm walking west right now. Yeah, I think it was a Cocker Spaniel. He's very curious. When I'm filming, if I sense that the dog owner doesn't give a damn, I will focus in on their puppies. And that person was quite friendly, and the dog was quite inquisitive. Feels like -24. Early it felt -29. You know, at what point does it just matter? Does it matter? Like, eventually it's just fucking cold. Here it feels on my face cold. As I said, I have these in my hands in my dollar store grippy green gloves. I have these mega warmers, one for each hand. They're quite effective. My hands are quite warm. My feet are warm. My face is a little cold. I'll show you the toque that I have. It's a Carpenter's Union toque. Covers the ears. This is the best toque you could ever have. Better. The ears always get cold with me with the toque. But this one, donated to the put-togethers of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. A lot of carpenters are Irish. So I scored this toque, and I wear it only on a day like this, because it's actually too hot when it's around 0. Now I'm coming towards, this is where the military people are buried. This is where they had the ceremony for the D-Day celebration parade. Staff Sergeant Hugh Moore passed on the 7th of November 1947. Private Henry Turner, 84th Battalion, died 15 September 1946. Time to blow my nose. Yeah, this cemetery is 30 acres. And I'm going to walk carefully so I don't want to walk on people.
All right.
Oh, really? What's the cemetery called outside of San Francisco? Little angel has seen better days. Ground is very uneven. So I'm glad I'm not doing this when it's snowy or wet. So I was saying it would be a great golf course, given the terrain and the different levels. Yeah, so this is where they did the memorial for the D-Day parade in this little area. See the flag up there? 30,000 graves. Wow, that's huge. I'm gonna put this on the tripod. So I need to do some hugely important thing called blow my nose. There are, in this graveyard, I believe 50,000 people interned. No, 50,000 people buried and 80,000 people interred. So that's a lot of people. Interred means what you think it means. It means that you're cremated and your body was here. You were not scattered over the ocean or into the air or whatever. I'm going to walk up to the site of the memorial where they place a wreath, and then I will end the stream there. And you know what? If you bundle up, it's not hard to do a stream of minus 12. Feels like minus 20. Here begins a little path. It was good that yeah, blow your nose, damn it. I was trying to shake a cough. I have kind of a smoker's cough all the time, and I'm conscious of it, and I try not to do it. You know, cough into your arm or something. And if I'm just doing a video, I will edit out the habitual cough that I have, that kind of thing. But geez, about 2 months ago, I caught a cold, and it took me, Jesus, 5-6 weeks to shake it. I did a stream with a live stream with Liam at the Toronto Public Zoo, which was a lot of fun. But I was coughing and blowing my nose the whole time. It wasn't infectious. I was just trying to shake it. And in the colder environment, you know, the nose just runs. So this is quite the hill that I'm walking up. To give you a sense, that's where I was just a minute ago. And I'm going up all the way there. So very hilly, like San Francisco. Eh? And this is where they laid the wreath. So you can get a good shot of that. Designed and erected to the memory of our departed comrades, resting here by the members of the branches 1, 42, 93, 299, 321, 332, compromising Zone 6 of the Royal Canadian Legion, September 1967. We shall remember them. You see how high up I am now? Yeah, Muzzy is my sous chef, for sure. was thinking, because it was so cold, I had a couple ideas in mind. One was coffee with Muzzy. Wake up early, fill up my Bodum, make a coffee, and watch Muzzy play Cat TV. Still a good idea, I think. But I haven't done it yet. Sous chef does all the stuff that the chef doesn't want to do. Yeah. If you have a kitchen big enough to have a sous chef, it probably means the chef doesn't do a lot. It just basically tells the sous chef to delegate whatever work has to be done. So, sous chef is kind of your bitch, and every cook under the sous chef is their bitch. And that was kind of the military structure design of kitchens, which is antiquated and ineffective and didn't treat women well at all. And that's changing. Used to be a bunch of men yelling at each other and yelling at the women who would work in the kitchen. Now, most kitchens have women, and the environment has just gotten better because it has to. It used to be a pretty toxic place to work in a kitchen. Yeah, I should do. I was also thinking of doing a wines with Muzzy, reviewing different bottles of wine with Muzzy. Since she doesn't drink, I get the whole bottle to myself. But I'm doing a dry January, so that is going to have to be put on hold. It's a neat shape. Well, most of the cooks where I work do smoke. I remember a chef that I worked for explained that smokers make better bakers. And it's really true, because you have a better sense of timing. Because, you know, those cookies are in, I have a time for a quick smoke. So it's like there's a fuse attached to you. And I used to smoke. For 30 years I smoked. And I vape now. But I don't smoke anymore. Now I might have, this is neat, I've never seen anything like this. See-through. If you go into my bathroom and look in my medicine cabinet, Molly, who is my grandmother, has a silver, well, she had a silver cigarette case. In that silver cigarette case are about 10 cigarettes. And they've been there for about 2 years, around the time I quit smoking. It's probably pretty dry and nasty, but you know, smokers know how to bring cigarettes back to life. And that's just in case of emergency. Let's say Emma's staying over and she doesn't have any smokes. Well, there's an emergency smoke in the medicine cabinet. You're gonna start smoking. Well, yeah, everybody needs a hobby, right? Pardon me, there's my smoker's cough. And I tell you, yeah, I mean, there's smoking, there's drinking, there's drugs, there's gambling. That's your vice. Well, we appreciate your vice. We're just right getting back to Kingston Road, where I start off and I will end. outside again for some more errands. Oh, I see a daytime moon. That's neat. I don't know if you can see it, but just below that wisping, there's moon. Yeah, I don't gamble. I like watching sports. I watch the Leafs. I watch the Raptors when they're good. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are my team. I don't gamble because I know myself. If I get into gambling, I'll have more forms of recovery than a loan shark. Oh, good. I'm glad you can see it. Let's see it again. I wasn't sure if you could. Lost it. I've lost the moon. The moon is visible in daylight nearly every day, some exceptions being close to new moon, when the moon is so close to the sun to be visible, and close to the full moon when it's only visible at night. Well, Cliff Plavin is in the house. Now you can hear crematorium working. Just weird. Boom has lost the moon. Right on. You used your Google machine, did you? Hey, Princess Margaret, how are you? Welcome to my very chilly daytime cemetery stream. It's very close to where I live. In the beaches. Most importantly is the only snow that I could find the entire day. Ray Palmer, you have more snow than this, I think, eh? Now I should match this up with Pantera's Cemetery Gates as the intro, I think. Drive. I didn't know that the Smiths did the song Cemetery Gates. Alright people, I'm going to stop this and go inside and warm up and have a coffee with Muzzy. Thank you for coming out for this very chilly live stream. Everybody that did. Sanjay, Growing Serenity, Ladano, Coleslaw, Juanita, Princess Margaret, Sorry, I'm just trying to remember everybody that was here. Henry's so good at this kind of thing. Marie Palmer, and everybody that I forgot. I am just gonna say goodbye, and I'll see you in the ether.